there any indication that fans for the Cove will be here this week? Have you had any word?
I haven't heard. We're hoping they're going to be here. Obviously, we missed them last week in Central Coast. We need their support right behind the team, so especially when we need them the most. And this is obviously Christmas time is about family, and we're one big happy family here at Sydney, and we expect them to support the team really, and I'm sure they will.
And in terms of those active supporter groups, there's a bit of a push from them for some more fan consultation from the A-League. Is that realistic, or does it have some form of merit?
Yeah, I think, of course, I think the fans want to have a say and they need a say. But at the end of the day, I think then we have to stick together and move forward from it, really. So, obviously there's a lot of stuff happening around the A-League, but my job's to get the boys out playing football, and for me it's an important game against Macarthur. It's two Sydney teams. It's a derby, if you want to look at it like that as well, and they're a good team. So for me, it's more about performances on the pitch.
Steve, the trigger point for that incident in Melbourne seemed to be the flare being thrown back and forth. I mean, they're banned, they're illegal, they're a bit hard to police, but it's probably not a good time to bring one to a game, is it?
Oh, definitely not now, I'd say. They'd be stamping right down on that. Yeah, they're illegal in Australia, so, we don't want them in the game. Obviously, that, by throwing that onto the pitch, it started everything off, I think. So we don't want that, they're illegal and we don't want them in Australia.
So just looking ahead to Saturday's game, I think, from memory, this is the first time Dwight will have been back here since it's been rebuilt.
Yeah.
Looking forward to
of course. We played them once before this season at their ground, but it'll be the first time he's come back to it. Obviously, the new stadium, so I'm sure he's excited about it. He spent a very good year here when we won in the first year in the grand final, so he's got good fond memories of it. So, but I think he's been back actually before, so he'd be surprised how nice it is as well now.
How are you tracking for availability? Alfie got more minutes last week.
Yeah.
Is he looking like a starter?
Yeah, he's got a good chance of starting. Obviously, Max Burgess is out with concussion with the ruling of the 8-day rule, so he's out. Adam's looking obviously very good. We've got Braddon out as well with 5 yellow cards, so he's suspended. So they're the couple out.
Is Jack Rodwell any closer to?
Yeah, he's closer, not for this game, no.
You had an up and down couple of weeks since the resumption. What's it like having sort of mid-season break and trying to get back into a rhythm?
Yeah, no, I think that was fine. Obviously we got a couple of players back from injury in that time. You can work on stuff during that World Cup period as well. So, obviously, depends on what kind of momentum you had leading into that. So we had a good win against Melbourne City here. A bit disappointing last week with the result, especially the way we started in the game against Central Coast. We probably should have went on and won that game. So it's about consistency and the performances and consistency and results really at the moment. The boys are playing really well. We're pleased with the way they're playing. But the results just need to be a little bit more consistent, and it starts here against Macarthur.
What are you kind of expecting of Macarthur this week?
They had a good win last week, against Perth. They kept a clean sheet. They scored the winning goal. They're a good team. They've got a lot of attacking options. Obviously, we're aware of that. We have to defend well, which we need to improve on as well. We have really good attacking threats as well that we can hurt teams, and we concentrate on what we're doing, and just to make sure we nullify their attack as well.
When you played them before in the season, I think they had a player sent off at half-time or pretty close to it, and it was still really close. Do you get the sense that they lift against Sydney FC?
Yeah, I think a lot of teams do that. So, but it's something we expect, and like I said, a lot of teams do that, especially coming to this stadium as well. It gives all players a lift, really, not just our players. It gives obviously the away team as well, playing in a great stadium like this in front of a good crowd. So we just need to be ready for what they throw at us, but we want to play good football and get the win.
You mentioned the style of play, Steve, but kind of after you're going through a bit of sea change over the off season, how are you kind of seeing where you've adapted well?
Yeah, a lot of positives. We've scored a lot of goals this season already. Our main thing that we need to to make sure we get right is defence. Obviously, we've got a couple of key players out in that position, but you know, it starts at the front for us, defence, and we all need to work hard and make sure we do our jobs to keep clean sheets. And you know, when we start doing that, we've got a fantastic chance of winning a lot more football games.